AIMA has started sending out thousands of appointment emails in August, and they send them in the middle of the night. If you have anything pending right now, check your email every morning, including your spam folder. Miss your appointment window, and you go back into a queue that already has people waiting since January. I'm Danilo, and I have lived in Portugal since 2019, and I have watched this system from the inside the whole time. July was one of the busiest months for immigration news this year because the machine changed. Some of it is genuinely good news. Some of it is a trap if you are traveling this summer. And one warning at the end affects everyone who is counting the years toward citizenship. So stay for that one. Let's start with the emails. If you applied for family reunification, this is your month. AIMA confirmed it is sending scheduling emails to thousands of families over a period of about 2 weeks, starting in late July and running into August. The appointments themselves will be booked through the end of the year. And here's what you should know. These emails are sent overnight, in the early hours, to avoid overloading the system. So if you only check your inbox during the day and your spam filter is aggressive, you can miss the one email you have been waiting on for months. Some of these families paid their fees back in January and are only being called now. That is how long this queue is. And one more thing directly from AIMA. Do not submit your request through multiple channels at the same time. There are families who applied through the portal and through the transitional regime, and AIMA says those duplicates actively slow down processing for everyone, including you. Your action this week is to set your email to check for anything from AIMA daily, whitelist their domain, and check spam every single morning until your date arrives. And if you are earlier in this journey and all of this sounds overwhelming, that is normal. If you are serious about moving, do not rely on YouTube alone. I built a free relocation checklist that covers the whole sequence. What to do first, what to do next, in the right order. Find the link below, it's free. Now the good news, because there actually is some. 2 changes went live at AIMA in July that fix real problems. First, the Social Security number. Until now, you regularized your status at AIMA, and then you had to make a separate trip to Segurança Social just to get your NISS. 2 trips, 2 queues, and since the NISS became mandatory for renewals, missing it could block your entire renewal. I remember how much stress this caused me because my NISS had some problem that took over 4 months to arrive, and when it did, my last name was misspelled. Imagine the frustration. But continuing, from the end of July, that second trip is gone. The systems are now connected, and your NISS is assigned automatically, in real time, at the moment AIMA validates your process. If you have an AIMA appointment coming up, confirm before you leave the building that your NISS was issued. It should now happen on the spot. Second, AIMA launched something immigrants have been asking about for years, a tracking tool. Inside the AIMA contact portal, you can now follow the stage of your residence process. It is still in a testing phase, so expect rough edges. But think about what this replaces. Until now, the only way to know what was happening with your process was to call, email, or stand in line at a desk. That is a big part of why the queues exist at all. If you have a pending process, log in and check your status this week, and take a screenshot of what you see. If the information looks wrong, that screenshot is your record. Here is a number that puts the whole system in context. When immigrants stopped getting answers from AIMA, they went to court. By April this year, there were about 124,000 lawsuits against the agency sitting in the administrative courts. So Portugal created a task force of 28 judges to deal with them. In 3 months, that group issued 22,436 rulings. That is roughly 18% of the backlog, at a pace of about 247 rulings per day. 2 things follow from that. The courts are finally moving, which is real progress. But AIMA itself is now telling people that filing a lawsuit is not worth it, because appointments are being scheduled for everyone anyway, and people often assume their court case triggered the appointment when it did not. I am not a lawyer, and I am not telling you whether to sue. I am telling you what the numbers say. The system is slowly unblocking, and the free routes are starting to produce dates. Before you spend money on legal action, talk to a lawyer about whether your specific case actually needs it. One more July update, and this one has a deadline attached. The Renewal portal is now open for residence permits expiring in September and October 2026. If your card expires in either of those months, do not wait for it to expire. Go to the portal now, submit your renewal now, in August, and keep the proof with the QR code. And this connects to the summer trap I mentioned. If your card already expired after June 30th last year, your right of residence runs for 6 months past the expiry date, but only if you requested the renewal, and that protection is really only solid inside Portugal. If you are planning to fly out of Schengen in August on an expired card with just the renewal certificate, check with the border authority of the country you are entering before you book anything. People are getting stuck on exactly this right now. The full step-by-step version of all of this, renewals, visas, the documents, the services I actually trust, lives in my resource guide. It has the updated visa and process sections. Link below if you want the whole plan in one place. So here is your August radar. 4 things. 1. Check your email and spam daily if you have anything pending with AIMA, especially family reunification. 2. If your card expires in September or October, renew now through the portal. 3. Do not travel outside Portugal on an expired card without checking your destination's rules first. And 4. The big one for the long term. The new nationality law has been in force since May 19th. 10 years of residence for most nationalities, 7 for EU and Portuguese-speaking countries. And pay attention to how the time is counted, because this changed too. Since 2024, your citizenship clock could start from the day you applied for residence, so AIMA's delays did not cost you time. The new law reversed that. The clock now starts only when your card is actually issued. If you waited a year for your first card, that year no longer counts. And that's really frustrating, I know. I have several friends and family members in this situation. The government is expected to publish the implementing regulation around mid-August, and that document should finally define the details of the new A2 language test and the culture and history exam. The moment it drops, I will break it down here. If you are anywhere on the path to citizenship, that regulation decides what you will actually have to pass. Subscribe so you do not miss that video, because it will not wait for the monthly recap. And don't forget to check the resource guide in the description. This is what I wish I had in 2019 when I arrived. If you are already in Portugal or planning this move, and something in your situation does not fit what I covered today, email me. I'll help you. For those still wondering what a realistic monthly budget looks like outside the big cities, you will want to watch this video. Click now, and I'll see you there. Ciao!